Okay, so now we want to move on to the next tab, which in this case is Failsafe. Failsafe is a feature of the flight controller where if you lose the control link, the flight controller will take over and fly your airplane. And there's various responses that you can specify for how you want your vehicle to behave when it goes into failsafe mode. And if you look up here in the configurator, there's this little red parachute. That's indicating that it is currently in failsafe mode. Well, that's because we're not flying. We don't even have the radio turned on, so there's no signal coming into it. So it's right now in failsafe mode. But in order to tell INAV what you want to have happen if it goes into failsafe mode, you have to select one of these options. This sort of indicates a quad rotor, but it applies to fixed wing as well. Drop, I'm not sure what happens on a fixed wing. I guess it just kills the motor and lets it glide. Land means it will auto land, and there are settings for that, which I have never played with. I haven't actually tried to land my fixed wing in an automated fashion. But what I usually just set this to is return to home, RTH. I don't recommend selecting do nothing because you want it to do something. Failsafe has to mean something, right? So I have it set to return to home. And what that'll do is that'll turn your plane around and fly it back to your home location. When you're getting ready to fly, as soon as you arm your aircraft, INAV will save your current GPS location. So it's reading your GPS to know where the aircraft is. So it's going to save that location as your home location. Launch your plane, it'll fly out, and if it goes into failsafe, return to home will bring it back to those coordinates or close to those coordinates, and then it'll go into loiter mode, which means it'll just circle around. So at that point, you can hopefully reestablish contact or wait till it runs out of battery and comes down on its own. But return to home has saved me several times, and that is something I highly recommend you set up for your aircraft, and that does it for this tab. So I'm going to save and reboot, always save and reboot. And when you're done with whatever it is that you're doing, always remember to disconnect.